So for dinner tonight, I did take out some ground bison, and I also got these portobello mushroom caps from Costco last week when we went. So I'm gonna try making stuffed mushrooms with ground beef. See how that goes. Trying to keep it pretty clean these days. So probably gonna have that for dinner, and then probably just some eggs and chicken burgers for lunch. Recently switched out Nori's food to Stella and Chewy's. It's still raw, but it's freeze-dried raw. Where are you going? Where are you going? My son just woke up, so going to make him breakfast before we drop him off at school. Pretty hectic mornings in this house for those of you guys who have kids and young families. Y'all know what's up. Where's my beauty blender? Best foundation ever. It's the Maybelline Reverse Eraser. So I'm filming a couple videos today. I'm filming this vlog, and then I have a couple videos ready to be filmed. I'm not sure if I can get to it today, but I hope so. Anastasia Brow Gel Pomade. I use the one in medium brown. My eyebrows are actually microbladed. It's been a while. I probably need to go get a touch-up soon. L'Oreal Liner Intense Eyeliner. I have had this palette for too many years to count. Too many years to count. I usually don't wear eyelashes on a daily basis, but when I film, I do, just because it looks a little bit better. For girls out there probably know. You know that 30 seconds when you're waiting for your eyelash glue to be ready and tacky? You're just kind of like standing around waiting. You don't know what to do with your life. Somebody might be knocking on the door. So if you can tell from my most recent content, I am pivoting a little bit more into the finance and business sort of topics. I am still currently doing nutrition and weight loss coaching. A couple of my clients actually asked whether I would stop making like cooking and nutrition content altogether. And I haven't fully decided. I mean, I still enjoy making that sort of content. So I think I'm gonna leave it more to probably vlog style, so cooking and stuff like that in vlogs. I know you guys have enjoyed my recipes and what I eat in a day content, so definitely don't want to just stop doing that altogether, but I've been thinking about how to incorporate it in with the new finance and business topics. I am still currently doing nutrition and weight loss coaching. Probably have coached over 100 clients now to lose weight. Most of them do come for carnivore, but also some clients do keto as well. So if you're stuck with carnivore and you're looking for help to lose weight and you're looking to work with somebody one-on-one, I'll leave a booking link down in the description below. And I also have a ton of free resources for people who aren't doing the carnivore diet. I have officially started to work with business coaching clients as well. I've been working really hard behind the scenes to package everything that I know and pass off the knowledge. I am currently helping a couple of clients launch and scale their coaching businesses. I actually just got off a call with a client this morning. Interestingly enough, she is a health coach, but she's also looking for some help on the business coaching side to help her scale her existing coaching practice. I am also working with a couple clients on the YouTube side as well. So on the YouTube side, I'm working with a couple of individuals who are looking to launch their YouTube channels, and I'm also working with somebody who already has an existing following bigger than mine, but she's under monetized and she's not currently earning a full-time income from her YouTube channel yet. So I'm working with her to help her launch her products. If you guys are looking to create content, whether it's through a YouTube channel or you're looking to start a coaching business through Instagram and YouTube, it's definitely a very rewarding experience. Every platform has its own algorithms to learn, and depending on the type of coaching you're doing, it would require you to have different skills with different platforms, and every platform has a different algorithm, right? So I would say that YouTube is probably the hardest platform to master and learn, just because long form content takes a lot more work than short form content. I mean, nowadays pretty much anyone can turn on their phone, front facing phone, and post 3 TikToks a day. It's not that hard to edit either. You can do it all on your phone. But YouTube requires a little bit more effort. But I also think that YouTube is the most worthwhile in the long term. And if you are a coach, there are specific types of content on different platforms that work and will help you convert viewers into clients. If you guys are interested in learning more about this, I'll leave a couple of resources down below on how I built a 6-figure coaching business. And also make sure you follow me on Instagram, because I am going to be more active there over the next month. My plan is to basically be active on Instagram and post every single day. But make sure you follow me on Instagram for more business-specific coaching content. Okay, it's 11 o'clock and it's lunchtime and I am super hungry. So let's make something to eat. If you've ever found long form content to be overwhelming, I have a couple of tips. You can basically break it down into 3 stages. There's pre-production, otherwise known as ideation. So this is coming up with ideas, scripting, planning shots. There's in production, which means filming, actually sitting down and doing the filming, or putting the filming days into your calendar. And then there's post-production, which is editing, SEO, thumbnails, getting the video scheduled and out. So it's good to have some sort of project management system to help you stay organized. And the more organized you are, the easier it is to post and be everywhere all the time. So for pre-production, what I've been recommending clients is having a Kanban styled board like Notion, Trello, or Airtable to help you organize your ideas. And I'm going to show you how I do that in my computer in a second. You can also use a physical notebook. You can use Microsoft Excel. People plan content differently depending on their personality. Definitely have it written down somewhere, because it's really hard to stay organized in your head, especially if you're repurposing content or posting on different platforms. You definitely have to stay organized, and some sort of project management or tracking tool can really help with that. Having a place to brain dump your ideas is great, and I highly recommend, if an idea comes to mind, make sure you write it down right away, because ideas for content come to mind all the time, but if you don't consciously write them down, by the end of the week when you're ready to sit down and start filming, you're probably not going to remember, especially if you have a lot of other life stuff going on. I also find that having a workflow is a bit of a dopamine boost as well, because you get to move things around, check things off. It's kind of like working in corporate where when people are given a deadline, a set of tasks, and a project management system, it's a lot easier for them to complete the tasks on time. So taking the time to come up with a system and a workflow to help you produce consistently, no matter what happens, is super critical. When it comes to YouTube specifically, podcasting is a little bit different because there's no video to go along with it, it's just voice. YouTube is an infotainment platform, which means you want to be creating content that both entertains and educates your audience. Think about some of your most favorite YouTubers, right? They teach you things and you're learning from them and you're being inspired by them in some sort of way, but there's also an entertainment element as well, right? They show you things in their personal life, they talk about glimpses of things that are going on. Some of the best YouTubers out there are both interesting and informative. So infotainment. There's a couple of different angles that you can go about when starting a YouTube channel. It could be based on a hobby, and you can either take the influencer route or take the expert route. For example, when I started doing keto and carnivore cooking and keto and carnivore videos, I took the influencer route, right? I was somebody who was doing the diet and kind of documenting my journey and showing people what I was doing when it came to the food and the nutrition. And then there's the expert route. So that's like if you're a doctor and you make doctor content on YouTube, or if you are, a finance professional and you make finance content on YouTube. My first couple of years of YouTube, I went down the influencer route, and now I'm going down the expert route. So influencer or expert. People love both. And it's not true that you need to be an expert to be able to sell products and services or coach in an area. There are different strategies and ways to build authority so that you can sell products and services even if you are an influencer. Another angle to consider is creating videos in demand. So when people talk about, making videos for the algorithm, it usually means that they're making videos that are in demand that people want to see. As a content creator, it's important to have a good balance between creating videos that you want to make and creating videos that people want to see. Because if you only make videos that people want to see, and that's 100% of the content that you make, then you can burn out really quickly. Whereas if you only make videos that you want to make, then nobody will watch your channel and your channel will not grow. So it's having a good balance between the two, which allows you to stay true to yourself while still making content that people find valuable and want to see. There are definitely a lot of angles that you can take to approach content, and a lot of different use cases for YouTube as well. So coaching is one of them. If you want to just be an influencer and build an audience, that's another way. So many. If you're a business owner and you want to use YouTube to generate leads for your business, that's another way. There's just so many different use cases for content overall. So it's hard to explain an exact strategy. It really depends on what your goals are when it comes to content creation. So as you guys can see here, this is my Notion content production workflow. I have this in a Kanban board style where I have a whole bunch of videos that are in the brain dump category, in the scripting category, filming, editing, SEO and thumbnail, as well as the published category. Because I'm in the middle of a pivot, I actually still have a lot of content ideas on here that are related to health and nutrition. So a little bit messy, but hey, messy is real. This is what real life YouTube planning actually looks like. It's not like always beautiful and clean. I'm not afraid to show you guys the behind the scenes mess. In terms of daily habits, I usually come into this workflow and spend at least 30 minutes in here every day, just working on some ideas, going back and forth. The reason why I like Kanban style is that you can just click on a card and it'll pop up the video idea. You can see here, I kind of have, some different categorizations, filming date, deadline to complete. So this is the top part. And then the good thing about my calendar is that I can schedule in a filming date as well as a published date. And this is what really helps me stay organized. And if I wanted to repurpose my content, I did build in a couple of things here for TikTok and for Instagram as well. And so I have 3 calendars, basically YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Even though I'm not really on TikTok very much, I find this to be extremely helpful if I'm repurposing content. And then down here, I would just have my script of, this is the video that I'm currently working on. I'll, do a bit of a script as well as a shot. I don't really script everything out word for word all the time. And sometimes it's more just for ideation. This is kind of an idea of what I had planned for this particular video. And then once I'm serious about an idea, I will move it from scripting to filming. And once I'm done filming, I will move it from filming to editing. Once I'm done editing, I'll move it to SEO. And so this style board just helps me stay really organized in the midst of all of this content on the screen that you can see here. You know, speaking of having different views, this is what it looks like when I click into the publish calendar. So these are all the things that I've published in the past little bit. This is a little bit messy here, but I would move cards around here depending on when I'm ready to post things. Filming date is just another calendar view of when I plan to film. I'm currently not active on my food blog, but this is what I used previously to kind of organize all of the content that went out onto the blog when I did recipes. And then this is the Instagram view and the TikTok view as well, which there isn't anything on there right now. When it comes to ideating, there's two parts to it. There's what you actually say. Okay, so the actual words that you're gonna say to the camera, as well as the production and the shots and the filming side of things. So in the beginning, it can feel difficult and it feels like it's a chore just to get one video out. Once I am done filming an entire video from beginning to end, this can take anywhere from 1 to 5 hours. A vlog like this would probably take me half of the day, but I will take the SD cards that come with the camera and I plug it into my computer and I transfer all of the footage. Super, super important as a YouTuber or anyone creating content that you back up your footage and you save your footage in multiple places, because ain't nothing more heartbreaking than losing content as a content creator. You spend so many hours making the videos, you don't want to lose it. So I like to transfer everything onto these LaCies. There are a couple different hard drives that you can get. It doesn't have to be LaCie, but the reason why I like LaCie is because they really stand the test of time physically. I used to have a cheaper one, I think it was SanDisk, Seagate, Western Digital, I don't know, I had one of those cheaper ones, because when you buy hard drives, it's like dollars for storage, but I highly recommend the LaCie because these don't break. You'd be surprised at how many times I've dropped or accidentally thrown a hard drive across the room, even though I didn't intend to, because you're constantly like moving up and down around the house, moving around everywhere, you know, passing things back and forth between me and Kevin. And somehow, after all these years, we managed to break, throw across the room, smash hard drives, even though we don't intend to. Kind of like when you buy a new phone and you're like, I don't really drop my phone. Should I just go caseless? But you know that going caseless is risky. I recommend the LaCie 5 terabyte drive, and then eventually once you collect enough footage, you're gonna want one of those stationary hard drives to transfer longer term footage into. I have 2 of these, and these are really, really good. When it comes to the actual filming, you just gotta sit down and film the videos. Everyone eventually finds their own style and finds a way to do it differently. Couple of tips. Make sure you always do some test clips before you start filming the entire thing to check for your audio sound and your lighting. Otherwise, you like sit down and film the entire video and you realize your mic wasn't on, or the lighting is off, or something about the setup just isn't right or good. One thing that's optional but not necessary is using a teleprompter. So I have the Elgato teleprompter here. Kevin recently got this for me as a gift, but it's been a big time saver. I don't use a teleprompter and scripting every single time I film. Teleprompter is really good for steady head, talking head shots. And you can see here, that's my full frame camera. Right now, I'm just using my vlogging camera because it's a little bit easier to use. So once videos are ready to be edited, people have asked me what editing software I use. Because I am on the Apple infrastructure, I use my MacBook to edit, and I use Final Cut Pro specifically. 2 other editing softwares out there, Adobe Premiere Pro and DaVinci Resolve, and probably some other ones, but I like Final Cut Pro very much. Time for dinner. Wow, look at how big these are. Yeah. The size of my palm. pepper in my fridge. I'm going to chop that up. Really good. In fact, I think I'm gonna have a lot of extra, so I actually don't really know what I'm